So today I'm going to be sharing from the website flowsandforms.com. We're going to go through different parts of the body. It will probably be 2 videos because there's a lot of information. So we're going to start with the arms. Arms as upper limbs represents moving from theory to practice, mobility, flexibility, pursuing and attaining objectives, and action vectors in the sense of dominance, power, strength, and choice. Allowing one to go to someone or somewhere. It's about touching, catching, holding, pushing, embracing, clasping, even asphyxiating, close, right? It's body expression of objectives and achieving them. So now we're going to move to, in each section, first we're going to talk about what it's all about. Then we're going to talk about when there's issues. The issues come in the arms when there's undervaluing or inflexibility. There's tensions in the will to act upon external, internal world, difficulties in time of acting, wanting to go further than reasonable, stubbornness, aggression, blinded, fighting, insistence. Okay, now we're going to move to the shoulder. This is the axis of the will, the key joint of the upper limbs. It's about, changes in rhythm. It comes from the past and projected into the future. So lowered-shouldered people are non-aggressive and innocuous, even though sometimes their behavior seems to indicate the opposite. Feeling undervalued, so shoulder issues is about feeling the future is not arriving sufficiently fast enough, and that goals are too distant. Will my arm be long enough, right? Feeling undervalued when unable to accelerate movements, inflexibility in mental pattern or not working mental pattern, obsessive beliefs, harshness, only wanting to pursue the goal, and while trying to attain the unattainable, the deepest beliefs about one's capacity to achieve their will or their goals is questioned and shaken, and it's about stipulations. Shoulder issues are indicating behavior that hurts or goes against one's sensibility of their person. Fragility, intervening in issues not his or her business, either by speeding them up or changing them. Overreaching. And the pain forces stillness, so there's a need to be still. Then we have not seeing, the final piece here is not seeing the future for action, inflexible thinking, trapped in wants, shock at deep beliefs about taking action. We're moving now from the arm to the shoulder to the clavicle. So the clavicle is clav or clave, kind of. It means a key. And ickle means small key, small. So its collarbone is the clavicle, which is a small key. So collarbone issues, we will talk about shock. We'll talk now about how there's shock around taking action, fractured beliefs, experiencing tension, major undervaluing of ability to deal with a professional or money issue with a very well-defined objective. It can be about having issues discovering the key to a question. It can be relationship problem, a relationship problem, failing to assert oneself, unable to find out what exactly to do. It can be that one can't live in a straightforward, fluid way and considers others guilty. There's a lack of firmness in dealing with problems. And there's also an indication of a warrior attitude, not recognizing being also responsible for the problem and cannot move life forward independently of another person or the other person. Next we have shoulder blade behind the clavicle, connecting the shoulder. It protects the heart and lungs in the back, which are the organs of communication, feelings, and delicate emotions. The area of the heart represents emotions, and the area of the lungs represents a relationship with the outside. Think about breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so it's about feeling very undervalued, emotionally attacked in the feelings by someone, not allowed to feel one's feelings, or attacked in the back, which we'll say when someone feels that way, we're talking about usually betrayal. Then we have the neck in this area, right? We're going in this whole area. This supports the head and the limbs. It's a link to the torso, thus being the passage for all concepts, ideas, wishes, will, from the brain to action, fulfillment, expression, reaction of the practical, which is the body, action. The neck precedes action, representing flexibility and the capacity to look around and back, right? So we're seeing here that this is all like energy body, physical body, like the flows and the forms. So the form and its flow, right? Its ease of flow or its health, its function. So when there's issues, we could call it too much fighting, In Frozen forms, they call it yang, which is like too masculine, too aggressive, too much fire, like too much of the sun. So stubborn, confrontational. And then it says, issues can indicate feeling challenged by someone, a worrying situation, or intellectually feeling an undervaluing of oneself. It can be anger, discomfort, which is really people who